the reason why this program is successful in comparison to punishment or incarceration is largely because of the relationships with the monitors and the young person.
My name is Mario Drain. I'm currently 22 years old. I was charged with 2 counts of armed robbery and 1 count of operating a vehicle without owner's consent. I was facing a total of 92 years, and I was 16 at the time.
When you're incarcerated, there's no relationship building. There's no one trying to encourage you, develop you, or even assist you if you have questions. You're just in this routine and this conveyor belt of consequence that really is nothing more than saying, I'm taking you out of the area where you're having trouble, and then we're going to put you right back in there and expect you to be successful. How can that be? How is that possible? You took them out of the situation where they were having trouble, then you put them right back in it. And now when you put them back in it, there's no one there. There's a PO that has 50 other young people they have to see. You get lucky if you see that PO more than once a month. And they don't have the time to establish a relationship, to pick the brain, to say, what are you scared of? What are your dreams? What is it? Why do you continue to have problems in this area? A lot of good mentors have been the people that have banged their heads the hardest. It's not your typical 9-to-5 job.
It was like constant monitoring.
7 days a week, 24-hour job.
I had to call them every time I left the house. I had to call them every time I returned back home.
Anything that's going on in that young person's life, you're responsible for knowing about it, documenting it, helping them through it. One young person asked me, you mean I gotta call you every time I leave the house? Yeah, actually you do.
They're constantly hounding you.
You're seeing them in the beginning every night for a curfew check. So you start getting to know this young person really well. If his curfew's at 9 o'clock because that's the house rules, and he's not there at 9 o'clock, then now all of a sudden your conversation with him has just kind of changed.
It was a court order, so if I didn't participate or if I violated any of the Running Rebel rules, I would go to jail.
And here you are calling them at 7 in the morning. Why haven't you called me yet? Did you leave for school? Yeah, I just left, man. You know, so you're kind of fighting this thing in the beginning.
At first, it was like, this is a lot, because I never really had to call and like check in. And
that program is designed to help that kid be successful. So you're in contact with POs and parents.
They do so much. They go to court.
From principals to safety to teachers. Most young people are really good at sniffing out the sincerity of a worker. And if it's there, it's there, and much like a teacher, you know as a student that if this teacher is just there for the paycheck, then, you know, whatever. But a teacher that's really there, then you start to have those relationships that bond and they open up.
It was pretty much a second chance that I feel like I really, really, really needed. I can tell that they genuinely care about the people, the kids that they work with. I feel like they always have the best interests of the kids in their minds and in their hearts.
There's a relationship there, and I've seen it work with the ones that, you know, they don't like them all the way through because you're really holding them accountable for what they're supposed to be doing. And I've seen it work where, you know, halfway through you guys are sitting, talking, and connecting. Even when he doesn't have days on groups, you're helping him find a job, you're working with them on resumes, they're coming down here to hang out. That's when the connections really are made, when it goes from Mike Peeples and his youth that he's working with in this program to running rebels in this youth. And the opportunities really just start opening up, and before you know about it, Mike Peeples is on to somebody else, and then, you know, somebody in the organization has stolen him away from you. You're like, take care of my son there, all right?
Without running rebels, I really do think that I would be in jail. Because with the constant monitoring and just spending so much time at the building, it kept me off the streets, out of bad situations that really could have altered my life. It's kind of ironic. The same thing that annoys me is the same thing that helps me. And after completing the program, I'm a junior in college now. I feel like I have a passion now to counsel and advise kids. Just give them my story and my experience so they can learn from it and be successful. I feel like I'm at home.